Well,
Your turn, Dan.
welcome back here to game number 4 of the grand finals of NACL
gosh.
Esports Season 2.
Putting the emphasis on the grand here tonight. This is
Super Mega Grand Finals.
it's true. If grand finals were an ult, I think it'd be these 5 games. And I'm really hoping for a 5th game, as much as my throat regrets it. I've got plenty of pure and unfiltered honey from Colorado's western slopes. We're ready to go here into game number 4. It's a 2-1 series. LMQ's on top. Can Team 8 tie things up?
We'll find out. And will the Nidalee get banned away? We need this ban to come through. It's actually, no, it's Team 8 who don't need a ban, and they can first pick it. So they take away Lulu LeBlanc Renekton. LMQ need to ban it, or we're going to see it go to California Trolls 100%.
So Nidalee is kind of the Kassadin here. And in case you guys are wondering where Kassadin's at, reworked and new champions both have a 2-week sort of ban phase.
He's also in the dumpsters because he got nerfed.
It's true. He's been locked. He goes from jail straight into the dumpster, and it's just like, can I not just have some like reasonable play time where I have like a 50% ban ratio?
They didn't ban it. Lee Sin. Okay, so Team 8 have the chance to pick up Nidalee. They can go for the priority in a jungle in Pantheon. They could snag away an Unorthodox pick for California Trolls, or the support. Thresh is still there. There's so many options. I'm not going to say anymore. I want to see Nidalee because it's been putting in so much work for Wei Zhao that if he gets it again, I don't know what Team 8 are thinking.
Now, there's 2 big things to notice. One, Kale's permabanned, and it's going to be that way forever.
Yes.
After what California Trolls did
Teleport Kale.
Not only yesterday to LoL Pro, but also today, game number 1, LMQ are never going to let that happen to them again. Now, the big sort of LMQ killer all season long has been Yasuo. Now, we probably won't see that from Slushy. If he wants to go for a melee range 80 assassin in the mid lane, I feel like he'd go for a Zed instead. He's brought that out a couple times, and with his Riven banned, it's a possibility. But one of the versatilities that Team 8 have is Nidalee. They can put it mid lane, where they usually do actually put it, but it's also a top lane possibility for California Trolls.
You know, take an 80 bruiser mid, take like Zed, like you said, or Yasuo. All the Zed rhymes coming out, it just flows right off the tongue. But Zed could go for mid because the Yasuo, you gotta set up knockups though for him. Having him relying on his Steel Tempest is kind of hard, but we'll see. Lucian gets locked up, a comfort pick for from Maple Street. No more Caitlyn for him, since, you know, Caitlyn went over to Vasily, who is going to not have that banned away from him, and we'll see him on one of his most comfortable picks. So Elise for Porpoise Pops again, or Porpoise Deluxe. Porpoise Pops his former name. And Kha'Zix jungle for No Name. He's had this, what, 2 out of 3? 3 out of 3 times?
Yeah, he played Pantheon last game,
okay, so 2 out of 3.
It was banned away. But he's right back on that Kha'Zix, and while he was initially known for being a Lee Sin jungler, as soon as Kha'Zix started to get that the ult treatment where, especially with Insect popularizing him, the KT bullets, it's just like, it's all Kha'Zix all the time for No Name, and just really a monster on that champion. He showed it time and time again. You know, Pantheon is still up, but with Porpoise Pops just saying, hey, I want that comfort pick, at least not quite as strong anymore, but hey, when the comfort's there, you can really tell. Last game as well, Porpoise Pops, he's in a good place on Elise.
Yeah, he was playing pretty well. Oh, we have a bit of a drop from the lobby. So, DJ!
All right, play that funky music. We're going to head out to maybe a
Switch the
remake
screen?
on this one, and swiping it.
Production value.
It's true. It's pretty good.
Rise?
Okay.
Rise was the pick.
Yeah, okay. Apparently it was a Rise pick. In case you guys are unfamiliar with the way that placeholders work, if players don't own a champion, they can either pick a different champion and then communicate it to the admins and then their opponents, and we'll just move through picks and bans. Alternatively, they can just drop out of the lobby, and we'll go ahead and remake. So we get a take number 2 here on the lobby. We'll have to see what
is this,
those
Scrubs?
picks are.
Turkleton? Huh?
Almost. Take 2. It's a great game studio and what we're going to have as far as champion picks and bans. And here we go. Team 8.
Did you just call me studio?
No. No, I said it was a Take 2 reference. It's their games studio. You're not studio. Studio is unfortunately not able to be with us. Rest in pieces. You knew thee well.
All right, so Pan's
Make me
flying
all
through.
emotional, Dan.
Oh my god, we miss him fondly. His Dark Souls speedruns are pretty fun, but we'll see the picks come out. We don't know what the last one or the last few were from, you know, the 80 season supports down there. We know Vasily had Caitlyn Annie. We know that there was a Lucian from Maple Street,
But
Not sure what the support was.
Ackerman getting Rise again. Like, you know these games are going to go the distance. And unless Team 8 pick a straight-up early game comp and just stomp on LMQ, never let Rise get to that late game point that we've seen him at already tonight, that's going to be kind of that ticking time bomb for top lane.
Yeah.
Even after he got shut down super, super hard, he just sat in the lane, farmed himself up, and just was too much pressure on Maple Street. Just dove him out there a couple different times there at the very end. So they've got the Nidalee power. Is this what Team 8 need to turn it around?
I don't know, because Nidalee, if he goes Bruiser, the scaling against the Rise is not going to be there. Bruiser Nidalee does peak towards the mid game. She's got her Iceborne Gauntlet. She has, that Guinsoo's Rage Blade.
We're not going to see that build anymore. There are a few interesting builds you can go on Nidalee. I think Inox popularized a few where you sort of like split hybrid between tank and AP and Bruiser, a bunch of different stuff. California Trolls has shown
Please
the
pick
power.
Mordekaiser.
Okay, they're going to switch it around there and switching things up into a primarily like team fight based comp here. Going with the Morgana possibly, all the different shields out there. Dodo's unsure. What's he going to go for? The Lux support? Bringing back his Season 2 Mad Life plays? Probably not.
In memories of Chew 8.
Well, that is true. Rest in peace.
Brand support, please.
Oh my
I
gosh.
played that today. It was really
Lost
fun.
horribly, I might
I did not
add.
lose horribly. We won that lane. We crushed that lane. It was
And-
the solo queue sadness, though, that happened towards the mid stage where everybody started throwing fights. But it's going to be Morgana coming in for Dodo
Oh my
8.
gosh.
Do not
It's
not talk about Brand
absolutely
bad.
horrible.
You see this finger? No.
All right.
Stop it.
I'm
Brand
gonna
is good
look away
support.
from that and towards the picks and bans here because we're waiting on the last pick here from LMQ, and it's gonna be probably that mid lane. I mean, we don't really see too many mid lane rises out there anymore. And
MacNoon did not MacNoon. Oh my God, Faker did it.
that is true. That is true. So we can't knock on the mid lane rise, but this is North American meta, and while LMQ you bring a little bit from the LPL over, it probably is gonna be a big mid lane pickup. Now, what's open? We got Ziggs, Gragas, also a big farm champion that Zhao Wei Zhao has done very, very well on. And I'd actually like to see the Gragas here, but he's going to be fighting against these big team fight comps. Anytime you have Morgana and Slushi's Orianna, you're going to be grouping up.
Ziggs can take away the Black Shield very easily. It looks like they dropped out of the lobby again. Not sure what the last
Rough
pick is
time
yet.
picking champions.
We'll find out.
It's harder than it looks.
Maybe there's a placeholder or something crazy. But
Maybe a placeholder, maybe Mastery's Bugs.
Syndra.
But, all right.
Syndra?
Syndra? For
Syndra?
a second there, I thought you said Spinda, and I was like, I still haven't caught that guy. He's so elusive. But we're going to go with Syndra there in the mid lane.
Against
There's,
Orianna.
well, I mean, you gotta kind of counter out the balls matchup. So
The lack of mobility, though, is something that's scary. We're reading the chat here. Slushi, it's a question, and they said Syndra for no name, so.
Wei Zhao said that Moore didn't have Syndra.
Moore
and that
doesn't
made
own
him
the
a
champion.
Bad dog.
Calling him a bad dog. All right, so we have the lineups ready. We're going to be getting all that on the screen and ready for you guys. But, before this game, they're going to pick everything. We know the matchups. We know what's going to be going down. We obviously should.
They banned Brand again, Dan.
Oh, my God.
Just saying.
One day when Brand is actually banned from being a support champion,
He had
that'd be
his
great.
like 2 seconds of fame in NACL Season 1 when it was only Jaximus played in mid for Curse Academy's
Those were
no
the
AD
days.
carry
Oh,
composition.
man.
Like, I think those
Trindamere for Fabi, Jax for Rux.
good old Season 1 memories. It's been a long time. In case you guys missed Season 1 of NACL and are just like, who are these teams? What's esports? What's League of Legends?
How did I get on the internet?
Why am I even here? Well, you're about to find out because these games have been absolutely ridiculous. We're going to hop through picks and bans really quickly, but Zhao Wei Zhao busting out the Syndra here. It's going to be Syndra Rise double AP again, triple AP if you want to count Morzani. He's been known to go that DFG Annie and just roll over people. Probably won't see that here tonight, but it's going to be a very aggressive, bursty team comp here from LMQ, whereas Team 8 finally get California Trolls on his Nidalee. All right, one thing to note as we go into this game, got a little bit left on before we hit spectator delay. Bruiser Nidalee dumpsters Rise, and this is a lane swap technique that LMQ have actually done earlier on in the league. They practiced it in Chaos TV's North American Challenger Series number 2.
yeah.
And got called super big trolls for lane swapping. They're like, oh my goodness, why aren't they taking this seriously? Then they pull it out the next day in NACL, and the lane swap for Bruiser Nidalee versus Arise, it just crushes him. So, California Trolls, will we see the return of the Frozen Mallet? I'm super excited.
It's 1-1. It's actually 100% win rate.
It's true. He has 2 wins on the Frozen Mallet in Italy, no losses. But as far as Rise stats go in this series, 100% win rate for that champion as well. So, granted, it's just a 1-game stat. So,
All right. So we're going to go to a quick break, but also before we go to that break, you can check out the sponsors down below. Loot Crate, $13.37 a month. You get a nice little crate delivered to your door, the latest Gamer Geek swag, apparel, and goodies. Also, theme shirts every month. This one's with Attack on Titanfall, so you could check and research for April's and get yourself that crate delivered as, Rapper demonstrated 13 Donger bills coming out there.
It's true. I have purchased myself 13 actual Donger bills. I got them from raising them so much. See, I literally just raised my Donger bills. It's almost the same. But you can procure yourselves loot crates very effectively. But you can also head over to PhoenixCollection.com.
You make it sound like we have like a Donger farm in the back. Like we're just
don't? I mean, there's no such thing. And we'll totally not be shoveling that one away afterwards. We got to go to a break. We got to finish shouting out our sponsors.
Phoenix Peripherals. You can check them out at PhoenixCollection.com. You can check out the latest and greatest in headsets, mice, keyboards, and mouse pads. Impeccably crafted, elegantly designed. So check them out. And then low class.
All right. If you guys are looking to learn from possibly the Donger himself, there's I'm a Cutie Pie and a lot of other LCS and Challenger pros who do teach some pretty fabulous LOL classes out there. If you guys are looking to learn from them, either click the logo right down below the stream or head over to lolclass.com. And there you can sign up for very affordable classes and level up your game by heading over to LOL Class and enjoy some Monster Cat music over the break. So we're going to have to go there and lower our kappas per minute or raise them if you guys are into that. Take a quick break. We're going to get into game number 4, LMQ, Tianzi iBuy Power, taking on Team 8 in the grand finals of Season 2 of the North American Challenger League. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 2 of the North American Challenger League. We're here in the Grand Finals, game number 4 in this best-of-5 series coming your way. An LMQ Tianzi iBuy Power. They come back from a 1-game deficit, and now Team 8 are in their shoes, forced to come back to take this to a game number 5. I am Rapid. I'm here with EGAD. We're out onto the Rift for game 4.
All right, so it should be fun. Syndra, the hidden pick for Wei Zhao that he wanted to bust out in the Grand Finals here. We're going to see. It looks like they're going to be hiding in the Velocity Brush, as they used to do this tactic a lot back in the day when From Maple Street was on them.
Usually the Velocity Brush is when you're on the blue side and you go there, but this time around it's kind of the same idea. The idea is that you're invading through the Tri-Brush, and that should be a point in the map where Team 8 are actually able to get first. Now, they don't have like a Thresh for a grab or anything crazy like that, but what
Flash
they do have
stun.
is the anti-stun. It's an area of effect stun. You don't have too many of those out there. I mean, Sona has an ultimate that does that. Annie just kind of gets it. So
Just to work your way up, just to spam some spells, though.
all right, well, Moore is there, full health, full mana, and full stacks on that.
I
straight
think
passing.
they're going to delayed invade this. I feel like they're going to go for the same thing they did in game number
Mr. Spiderling explodes, not able to find anything out here.
They ping. They know. Oh, no. They're going to run to 5. Here it comes. There's a big fight. Binding comes in. Moore is going to get taken down. First blood for Sluicy. The chase continues. Spiderling goes through. Auto attacks are coming out. Going to see what they can do with this one. It's going to be the ball coming through. Flash auto attacks. Flash auto attack from California Trolls. He gets a kill. That's going to be a 2 for none and a perfect read to come in there from Team 8. I think that Spiderling scouted out more, so they're like, oh, we saw him. Everybody come. Now, go group up. Let's get these kills. And they're going to get a blue steal.
This is kind of reminding me a lot of game number 1, where Team 8 had a perfect counter invade, they were able to perfectly counter LMQ's invade. Same thing here. You don't face check the Tri-Brush. It's a rough place to go. You can't drop Trinket Wards before the 2-minute mark, and face check and blind LMQ go down 2-0 to start the game.
And if Wei Zhao went there too, I think he would have died, because he is so immobile on that Syndra. We're going to see a Binding connect in. Dodo 8 looking for some trading, but we'll lose out on that one just a little bit. Caitlyn early damage pretty strong, especially when you start Spell Thief's Edge. The Unleashed Power and the Scattered Meek, that stud is pretty good. He's going to be looking for some harass with those orbs, but going forward, Sluicy looking for the auto attack, stacking up that passive, doing a bunch of damage with those autos. Oh, a nice Binding coming in from downtown, connecting to Vasily.
He's got magnets in his pockets. I guess that would mean that it's like a magnetic binding. It's just a dark binding, so maybe he's got dark magnet. I don't know.
Dodo's, Ignite comes in. We're going to look for another orb to come in here. Forces out the barrier. Wei Zhao going to look for an auto attack. Takes a turret shot, though. Not going to look to go any further than that one. Whew. Early game excitement
down there, barrier and ignite. Keep in mind, yeah, that's an ignite from Zhao Wei Zhao.
Yep.
So he's not running barrier, not looking to stay safe. Barrier though worked out very well for Sluicy. Was able to keep him barrierly alive. We also have bears in the bottom lane, but we're gonna have to wait for level 6. I guess Moore's still carrying around, still bearing his bear on his back.
Yogi Bear, you better calm down, okay?
All right. Well, I'm better than the average shoutcast. All right, there we go. Moore is there as well with Vasily, and we've got incredible, I guess, pressure put on all these lanes at the same time. Mid, bottom. Only place we haven't really checked that out is top lane, and we talked about how maybe Bruiser Nidalee was going to work out pretty well, but this is a teleportless top lane Nidalee. She went back to base, picked up nothing but consumables, and that just gives her such a huge sustained advantage against this devastating Ryze early game.
All right, and Sluicy, even though he got harassed out pretty hard there, going to see him have to stay in that lane and try to sustain and get some CS. He's losing out pretty hard right now to Wei Zhao while down about more, spamming out abilities, running low on mana, though.
Yeah, Moore rather is completely out of mana, so that was a great trade for Dodo because he can keep doing that. Moore is going to have to wait just a little bit longer, and more importantly, can't stack those stuns anymore unless he wants the last hit creeps with his Q.
And they actually changed that too, where do you get half the mana back, I think?
I think you get half the cooldown back.
Half the cooldown, okay, so yeah. Binding comes through though, does connect. Gonna see an Ardent Blaze on top of that one. He pops the Molten Shield, does get a Fireball out. Dashing forward, we're gonna see from Maple Street, get some auto attacks in. Black Shield to stop it. Ignite comes out though. Gonna see from Vasily, get the Piltover Peacemaker, does connect, but a Binding, perfect. Repel comes in, flashing forward, Venomous Bite, Neurotoxin for the kill. Red buff for auto attacks onto Vasily. He does have barrier. He's gonna be able to get out of this one. Oh, he's gonna try to bait him. The turret shots pass over, double buffs. Vasily able to stay alive, and Porpoise Deluxe downgrade that name. That dive was not the most
that was
optimal
definitely
situation.
a Porpoise medium size there. He tried to upsize, and they're just like, sorry, man. You got to have the skills to pay the bills.
Vasily offered him a better deal.
The deluxe. Man, this is a, that's one way. Now Vasily is very, very low. You see like a crazy flash dive for those double buffs. Definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, Wei Zhao in the mid lane has been bullying Slushie pretty hard. No Name does make his presence known, but so does the Elise.
Wow, Zhao Weizhao just shot him down. He's like, Porpoise Deluxe. You have to go back through the drive-through for that one. I don't know. Either way, it's nice to
Puns
see
running on empty.
the pressure from both junglers really being felt. More so, though, from Porpoise Pops in both ways. Positive, he's gotten off some ganks. Negative, he fed double buffs to Vasily. So the struggle is going to be a little bit real down there in the bottom lane, but I don't know. It's really been Slushie, or Dodo, rather, carrying out this bottom lane. He's landed binding after binding. Almost another one landing out there.
Level 6 for Ackerman. He does get that ultimate available to him. Gonna see if he can use that against California Trolls. The Doran Shield pretty much helping out Cali Lol in that lane pretty well. He's healing up. He's looking for harass when he can. When he hits 6, like in this wave, you should. We'll see him look for some harass. Wall Cocoon does not connect down bot. Binding doesn't connect though either. Spiderling chases them out. They look for some harass out of Vasily, who does net and Piltover away.
That was such a good gank. All you have to do is land either Cocoon or Binding, and this sort of, it's a huge catch comp because you got Shockwave, you got double bindings, and you have tons of Nidalee traps out there to maybe give some extra vision. Look for those extra picks.
Ooh, stun connects on a Slushie. No Name is waiting in the wings. He gets some harass out there from the orbs. The Vorpal Spikes do not connect. And up top, Ackerman using the ultimate to shove out that wave and try to deny Cali Lol as much as possible. So this matchup that you said was going heavily in favor of Nidalee, kind of going in Ackerman's way. Even with her having the first kill, or the second kill of the game, he's out CSing her by 25.
Yeah, 25 CS advantage. That's kind of like how California Trolls will play an AP Nidalee versus a Renekton. And that's a matchup that Renekton should actually win really hard. Well, this is a matchup that Nidalee, or Bruiser Nidalee rather, should actually do pretty well in, especially with that first kill advantage. But now Ackerman not only gets the CS advantage, he gets back to base, and he actually teleported right back into lane with a fresh set of items.
All right, so working towards the Catalyst, has the boots going, going to be farming up non-stop. And this is where we see the teleport lacking from California Trolls come into a huge effect. He's not going to be able to teleport back in and duel his opponent there. He did go for Sheen, so we are going to see the possible Trinity Force rush route. Usually he likes to get that as his first item. And it could still be Iceborne Gauntlet, but I think Trinity Force is what he likes to rush out there. But as we see another gank come down bot, just a nastier ganks non-stop. Cocoon, nice little side step away there from Vasily to get away from that one. Just he throws at the Cocoon. He's like, it doesn't connect. All right, just back on out, and I'll go farm up and make my way for another gank.
Really impressed with the pressure that Zhao Weizhao has been able to put on mid. He blew that barrier very early on for Slushie, and he's just been getting a lot of gank help, but really neither one of these junglers having too much success, of course, outside of that very early engagement in the bottom tri-brush. But afterwards, we have kind of the same situation we had in game number 1, where a teammate come off of a very early team fight win at that level 1, and then kind of have some stalled out time here in these lanes. The big strength, of course, for teammate has always been their counter rotations. I'll have to see once things maybe drop from the laning phase, if they can make a few of those happen.
And you saw right there as Kha'Zix evolved his ultimate. So going to be looking 3 dashes in, 2 seconds of stealth each dash, and 40% reduced damage. This is pretty ridiculous when he stealthed it up there. He may look to go up towards top while a stun connects in the mid lane. Slushie's just getting bullied out so hard there. No Name, maybe looking to come mid for a dive possibly. Porpoise decides it's not worth it to stay up here. No, he's still staying up here. Keeping, Cali Troll safe. Maybe you're going to see a bait.
Oh, and Cali just walked back towards the bush. That's a pretty obvious tell that there's something coming out there, so... Looks like Porpoise Pop's just kind of wasting a little bit of time, but now they're going hunting. It's the spider and the cat. I thought they were just going to go down there and maybe try for a big gank on the mid lane, but it is going to be a return, taking a long way around. California Trolls still sitting in lane.
Nice little connection of the binding there with Piercing Light combination too off the minions. Porpoise kind of hanging around mid, so is No Name. Going to be looking for a lot of damage to come in. Command Protect comes out. Blue buff going to help Slushie stay on this lane for quite a while. He is losing out in CS quite heavily, though. 93 to 62.
All right, well, yeah, talking about CS, mid lane and top lane both going very well in favor of LMQ. But we talked about how Dragons really even the score here for
Flash Tibbers connects just barely. There's a stun missing out from Wei Zhao, and with that unleashed power, will find the kill. And that
Black Shield saves Dodo 8's life right there if he hits it in time, but he actually got stunned out before he hit
the
that,
Tibbers instant ban.
and then tried it afterwards, and by that time it was a little bit too little too late. Now, Cocoon coming out there, that was really not going to land. That actually gives LMQ enough pressure to try to go here for this very early Dragon, and I don't think there's anything stopping them from taking it, but they're starting to come back in the kill count, and this is going to be a really, really big sort of shift in the game. If LMQ can get their early game shored up, there's nothing stopping them in that game.
Wow, the damage from the Overloads is just hitting like a truck there out of the Cali Trolls. He needs to be very careful. He's using that brush vision. He does get overloaded. He's going to go in with the pounce. The Runic Prison doesn't connect as he goes into the fog. So he will be able to get out of there. And he's going to keep playing with his life here. You know, Ackerman can spam out spells and freeze that wave in front of the turret, because Cali Trolls cannot do anything with that. No Name getting low off some wolves. He actually attempted to do Dragon, but could not, while the fight up top still continues. Ackerman finally drops a ward in there, and will force Cali Trolls back to base.
Yeah, California was playing with his life right there. He was just darting in and out of the bush. He disjointed that the stun or the snare there from Rise's Rune Prism and was able to make it back out safe and sound. But Ackerman, he doesn't even need to play aggressively right now. The game's in his favor as time rolls on, and he will be able to take a trip back to base. Don't think he quite has that Rod of Ages just yet. If he does, okay, just the blasting one. If he had bought that at 11 minutes, or 12 minutes rather, that is a super early buy, but just picks up a component and will head back up the lane the hard way. Does have teleport up. He's saving that for helping out the rest of his team.
The Pinks coming out. They do notice that Annie is coming in for the lane to help out. Tibbers up in a couple seconds, so could look for some kind of initiation onto the Team 8 duo in the bot lane. No Name looping around. Buffs are going to be coming up relatively soon. Dragon still not initiated from either side. If one team wins a minor team fight, like a 2 or 3 kills, that's going to be a sign for them to go Dragon and start getting the timers and securing that big global objective for the team. Cali Trolls having a rough time, still losing by a huge amount of CS. Mid lane in favor of Wei Zhao. Bot lane fairly even still. And after, Double Buffs got tossed over to Vasily, it forced Maple Street to play a little bit more cautiously with Dodo.
All right, so Dodo and Maple Street. That's kind of been the story of maybe not the early game, but definitely the late game. Maple Street's had huge games on Caitlyn all series long, but now he's back on that Lucian. In case you guys missed some of the hashtag NACL big plays that Maple's made this season, go check him out. They're all over the place because he's made quite a few of them. Lucian, definitely kind of his jam, but against Vasily, who knows that champion very, very well. Look at California just out-trade Rise with just nothing but auto attacks.
Not anymore. Another overload comes into his face, and he gets taken out below half. And Ackerman winning out these trades. He does have the reveal from that ward. It's just faded, excuse me. So no more revealing for him. The brush juggling for Cali Trolls, putting all 3 of them into a huge effect. Going to be really crucial for that top lane. All right, Athenes have been finished out for mid lane. Junglers, looks like a tankier route for Elise, while Kha'Zix goes for the Spirit of the Up Blizzard for some more damage. Meanwhile, Ackerman gets the ultimate popped, gonna see it ignite, and he runs away from Cali Trolls. Does not want to get all in there, and will just use the the spell vamp from his ultimate to heal back up just a wee bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, and keeping him in there. The other thing that's really going to win Ackerman that sustain ward. Oh my gosh. Advanced Shockwave on a Zhao Wei Zhao. That's a little bit aggressive. No Name there for the buffer.
Ooh, command attack doesn't connect though. Gonna see a Cocoon connect. That's gonna be assigned to attack Dissonance. And will he get the last auto attack? He cannot.
No mana there for Lucy, so a little bit aggressive. Almost took out Zhao Wei Zhao. Like a couple more auto attacks, but there's no way he was gonna get those off.
Meanwhile, Black Shield was thrown out there early, so that's a sign for more to fight. If you can get a Tibbers out, it'll be really good for them. See the RM plays connect. The culling comes out while Moore is bound up there. Vasily going to eat some of those shots. And now flash forward, command, attack, but no Dissonance! The stun from a huge range from Wei Zhao picks up the kill. Cali Trolls looking to get dove here. Going to see the flash, the biting the root, the bounce is coming out. He flashes, gets the last overload too at max range. And LMQ finding 2 huge kills. One for Kha'Zix, one for Rise. And just well played for both sides. Ace in the hole comes through. Moore has flash, has Tibbers. looking to start the fight, goes in, does find it, gonna force out the barrier, drop the ignite, that's gonna be enough to kill him. Meanwhile, the shackles come through, looking for more auto attacks.
Wait,
how did
what?
he live?
Maple went back in.
He went back in, got auto attacked, and Caitlyn will find the kill, binding for Dodo, secures in the double kill. And I think he should have kept running and, using that brush vision.
I think he was trying to just come right out of the brush, bait Vasily in, and then get back out safely.
I don't know.
But didn't quite work out that way. Still, it's a 2-for-1 in the bottom lane. Dodo 8 coming up huge. And I think we all know who the carry has been in that lane. It's been Dodo all game long. And, man, he's going to have to put his carry shoes on. And apparently those are 1 speeds because he's wearing those right now.
There'll be Mobies when he goes back to base. Unless he gets Sork shoes or something crazy.
I don't know why you go Mobies first. I really feel like swiftness boots on
Oh, he bought a straight
supports.
Mikhails.
Wow, straight up. That's one way to put those
Pretty
kills
good.
to use.
Black Shield yourself, From Maple Street gets stunned up there, you just Mikhails him. He'll be fine.
So you've got Black Shield, you've got Mikhails, you've got a ton of different options. If Maple Street gets slowed, you've got the cleanse from that with a Relentless Pursuit. Now, No Name's trying for this dragon. Porpoise Pops is in the area. He's going to have that repel in range.
No Name is 1 level up, too, so this will do a bit more damage. The stun comes through. Much damage goes in. The culling comes from the side. No Name not going to get Shockwave, and he'll get the steal. A beautiful fight from Team 8 as it looks like that'll be that. Wei Zhao does get away with Vasily coming in. Oh, that binding went through his body, flashing forward. Cocoon connects, auto attack,
man.
red buff slows. There's the Ardent Blaze for the kill from Maple Street. And the Dragon objective this entire series is Team 8's.
Team 8, they
Oh my.
own that bottom half of the map. And while they may have lost a couple Barons in the last game to really turn them around, I think LMQ, they're starting to figure out what street Maple's from. He changed it up from Maple to Lomo now, and as far as those Lomos are going,
He's from Bot Lane Street.
the bottom half of the map street. He was just like, oh, what's that? You want to delay us from taking the dragon there? Well, that's a cute idea. Takes
Just
No Name
like that.
down, puts him in the ground, and nobody's going to know who's in his grave because there's no name on the tombstone.
Oh, man. Here lies No Name. Well, it's sad he had no name.
No, he really doesn't have it. No, his name is.
Oh, Dodo 8 going to get caught out there, trying to bait it out. Stun connects in. These stuns from Wei Zhao have been connecting, but there's been really no follow-up.
Yeah, Dodo 8 in his last support Morgana game just really came up huge. This time around, not looking quite so good with the Dark Bindings have been a little bit off. The Black Shield's been a little bit late, but oh man, LMQ start to, gods can bleed, man. And after a 2-game win streak to come back into the lead, Team 8 are having a few advantages out there. They've kept their 2-kill advantage ever since that level 1 fight. California Trolls dropping very low on mana, but Ackerman has just been bullying out that matchup.
But up top, the bullying is going in favor of Ackerman, like you said. That CS lead. Turret in the mid lane does go down. They do connect a Shockwave and a Dissonance, and that Annie just melts faster than she can yell Tibbers. And with that kill, they will push out just a little bit. Vasily dueling out from Maple Street. The culling comes through. He's going to land a bunch of those shots onto Vasily. Going to look for a possible trade here. Get the auto attacks out. Pilter Piece. He flashes it. He goes back in and ace in the hole.
There's no way he was going to win that. He should have just stopped trading knowing that Ace in the Hole would have picked it up. Tries to flash, gets it off, but now...
Don't do it. Do not do it, Dodo.
Pretty sure Dodo could actually kill Vasily, but...
Bloodthirster sustain out the minions.
Okay, yeah, he does have that fully stacked of Bloodthirster. That's a little bit too much.
No Name stealth. There's going to be a stun in onto Porpoise, but he repels away to stop the cast. Meanwhile, Slooshy going to run into a Rise in a hard place, and No Name will pick up the kill. As down bot, Dodo is trying to hold off this push from Vasily, but it's just so hard to do. That Bloodthirster healing just negating all the damage. And just like that, we see one member fall from Team 8. I don't know how Porpoise got away, but he did from the Syndra.
Yeah, Porpoise Pops, he was able to, did he repel Wraith? I'm not sure exactly how he did.
The Wraiths are
escape
up,
that,
so I guess.
He did manage to escape that. Did he blow Flash there? No, it wasn't actually up, so. Top lane, though, California Trolls, he stays up there. And once again, returning, Ackerman will keep that in. Ackerman actually bought the 3-speed, so he's got Boost of Swiftness, and that is just purely to counter out the mobility that Nidalee gets from rushes.
Whoa, Vasily and Maple Street are dueling it out here. A crit comes through. Gonna see a repel forced out there. There's no goal for him to go on. Gets stunned up. Gonna take the Mikhails as well. Can he get out of there is the question. Ignite and the Orb to come out from Syndra for the kill.
And now top lane, you can see Rise. He's pushing turrets, pushing champions, and just
he gets another stun. They're going to chain it with Tibbers. They're going to leap in. And Syndra finds another kill. Wei Zhao with the hidden pick.
Yeah, Wei Zhao. people underestimate the range from which Syndra can initiate. Its stun range is incredibly long, and now the culling from over the wall.
He gets another stun on a Dodo! And with the leap in, Noname gets the kill. The turret dies before he gets that final hit on the Wei Zhao. Wow. Scatter the Meek.
Scatter the weak.
Scatter
the Meek.
Oh, come
Scatter the weak.
gosh.
Renekton and Syndra making lives tough for everyone who wants to say skill names.
Scatter the Meek, scatter the weak.
Imagine if you could both scatter and cull.
She heals off of it when she shoots it out.
When you think about it, it's kind of the same skill name, but it definitely does a few different things there. When it gives you like lifesteal and
Well, is it
spin.
Meek a form of weak?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes meekness is maybe a little bit stronger than you'd expect, but depends on I guess what your book of virtues is. Now we got top lane push again from California Trolls. He's going to pounce his way back up the top lane. He lost his turret, but he was able to just kind of hold things off. He's got Trinity Force, but is that the tons of damage he needs to put that out against Ackerman?
I don't think so. The Archangel Staff is stacking up there for Ackerman. He's got his Rod of Ages, which should be not fully stacked, but mostly stacked for this point. Vasily, very strong at this point, can out-duel from Maple Street, so have to be very careful. Fully stacked, a full PV, but with the help of Porpoise Pops, this could be in their favor to force the flash out with the Cocoon, and Vasily will stay alive. He's been pushing 1v1 for quite a while now.
But to be honest, that's the same thing that Vasily's kind of got him caught a few times, made him look pretty Vasily down there in the bottom lane as he was caught. Like, I think it was game 2. It was a little bit rough to watch.
Oh, they find and get a stun onto Porpoise here. Once your damage comes out, he repels backwards. Gonna look for the flash over the wall, still has it. Meanwhile, the Shackles connect. They're looking for the kill here on the way. Zhao Spear comes through, and it will be onto Dodo 8. He drops exhaust before he dies, but it's not enough to stop Noname from taking him down and getting that killing spree. And with that, he's gonna drop a ward. The Dragon is up in 20 seconds.
But
Ackerman, hello?
he's top lane. He
Attack on
doesn't
top
have
lane?
teleport for a little bit longer. He will be able to take a trip over to his blue and maybe stealing it away, but I think Slushie made it there just in time.
All right, so they'll ping out. They'll know that he's doing it. He's going to go around the side of the wall, maybe drop a ball or two. But the Dragon, it is live. That is a big objective for LMQ. They want to go get that one. While the battle continues, we're going to have the ultimate activated in a pause as Overload just overloaded the servers and forced that pause.
It's true. So apparently we do have a little bit more time here for Slushie to kind of contemplate his life. There's a ward in the bush by blue buff for Ryze. So if he pushes Slushie away, only Ackerman will have vision of the buff for a while. Now Slushie's got the ball that he can put in there and look to maybe get a steal. Might just command Shockwave the blue. He's done that a couple times with minions in lane, but...
All right, so we resume. Slushie going to be forced to parry around here. Does get the blue with the command attack and dissonance. After seeing California Trolls, Ackerman goes back to running to his top lane and getting away. Second Dragon of the game. The team 8 there. And we're seeing a bit of a switch of control of that bottom side of the map now to LMQ.
Yeah, first Dragon went to teammate. Second one was on LMQ, and now things really evening up in that count. You got to look towards the CS lead, because even though we've got those Dragon global objectives going down.
80 in the favor of Ackerman. He's going to pop the ultimate, clear out the rest of the waves, sustain back up the full HP. That's ridiculous, that healing that he gets from the ultimate. Vasily going to have a bit of an answer from Maple Street there. Going to look for some damage from the turret. Has no name if anything goes wrong. Porpoise Pops making its way down too. While Syndra, being Wei Zhao, pushing out that mid lane and looking to join his team. The culling comes up to clear the rest of that wave. And Flash almost available there. Going to look for a stun. Can he get it? Does find it. Going to land out that Unleashed Power.
Okay,
but Repel.
that's a weird interaction. Apparently you can't Unleash Power or Repel.
It's like Ace in the Hole too. You repel that, fizzles.
I mean, even things like LeBlanc's Distortion, one of the reasons you play Syndra into LeBlanc is because your burst follows her after death.
Yeah,
so
but Repel is really weird. Like
it is really weird. So able to disjoint the Syndra ultimate.
It doesn't disjoint Drain. That's pretty cool from Fiddlesticks.
And that's something that not even things like Sanguine Pool disjoint. So.
Oh, Timbers goes in. They find a bunch of damage. She repels again. Where's he going to go down? Oh, is the question. Goes back in. Going to see the orbs come out through the side. Does not connect. Ace in the hole. Going to see the team block that one up. Now Slushie here joining the party. Has Shockwave in a couple more seconds, so not going to be able to utilize them being grouped up for long. Cali Troll still split pushing on top against Ackerman, keeping him busy. Teleport is available for him, though. And Nidalee has no way to stop a teleport.
She does have a lot of damage, so might be able to like chunk out Ackerman and make him want to stop the teleport and maybe pick up a kill, but you can just look at that overload damage. The CS advantage is so real for Ackerman up there. You can see California is trying to trade this out, does have a lot of DPS, but not going to be able to take this one down.
Overload Prison auto attacks, and that's game for that top lane as Ackerman now 2-0 and 1. Able to outduel the Bruiser in Italy.
And now he's going to go back and probably pick up something like a, what's that, Frozen Heart?
Possible.
At least components for it, because any armor in that versus Bruiser
Or
Italy
Banshees.
matchup.
Could be looking for Banshees.
All right, so instead of armor, instead of cooldown reduction, instead of all those cool stats, he's going for Banshees because I guess that's the only damage he's afraid of right now.
Yeah, Oriana's pretty strong. Deathcap Athene's looking for Void Staff. Elise has the percentage damage, has some percentage damage in her, bite and neurotoxin. But I like the builds. He's not really scared from Maple Street at this point, who only has the Shiv and the BT working on his Last Whisper. He can just pretty much run down anybody at this point in the game. He's got the Boots of Swiftness. He's got the Distortion upgrade too for Flash and Teleport cooldown, mostly Teleport, so he can get around the map. And I'm pretty sure he could. They're going to leave him in a side lane. They need to leave him in a side lane and let him do his thing and split push and farm up like crazy. He's going to scale so hard with the lead he has already. 100 CS over his top lane opponent in Cali Trolls. Binding connects out of the mid lane. Cocoon chain on top of that one, but a stun goes in with the Dodo. The Unleashed Power auto attacks. Command Protect and Black Shield going to keep him alive. Meanwhile, the chase goes in on to Wei Xiao. He gets out of there while Cali Trolls gets hit up by the Frost Queen's Claim.
Yeah, kind of claiming that movement speed for his own, taking it away from California Trolls, who comes in as a Trinity Forest Nidalee, the Spectre's Cowl, but how effective is that going to be?
Oh, they flash stun. Tibbers comes through, and it will be Slushy getting melted out there. Reset on the jump. They slow up Cali Trolls as much as possible. Meanwhile, Slushy's going to not Slushy, Maple Street's going to try to duel out from Vasily, and will find the kill in the 1v1. Very well played by both of them. And in the mid lane, no one else sides. So it's a 1-for-1 globally. But that tier 2 in the mid lane going to get pressure. I mean, the inhibitor turn in the mid lane going to get pressured up quite hard. Stun connects on the 2 members. Got to jump in, look for some damage. Dodo gets auto attack, flashes away, lives. Orb comes out, Fireball's coming through as well. But where did Ackerman come from? Bot lane. And will Wei Xiao pick up the kill? He does find it. Flashing forward, kills Dodo. Gonna see the orbs coming in.
Gosh.
And now with Porpoise spawning, he looks for a kill on Ackerman, but forces the flash out of the base. Moore is going to be able to survive. He drops the orb down, gets the Unleashed Power, and there's no repel this time to save his life. And after about 4 attempts, he finally finds it to connect onto Porpoise and pick up the kill.
Yeah, Wei Xiao flashed in, dropped the ult, almost died because he flashed in under a turret, but was able to find that kill. And Ackerman at this point, he's living up to his former name, and not quite godlike, but with an incredible performance.
303, man. Really strong. The duel that from Maple Street did was good. It stopped Vasily, from even being able to join his team. But, his team kind of lost out in a really big dive, so that was a pretty big effect. 50 seconds on Dragon. Baron's still up. No one going for any crazy attempts on that just yet.
Man, now with another turret going down there, it's going to be kind of rough times if you're Team 8. They're down pretty heavily in turrets, down 4. They're actually fixing to be down in Dragons if LMQ do want to rotate for that in about 30 seconds. But, of course, the big victory is where these kills, is where the gold has gone. And even without a Baron going down, it's an 8,000 gold lead, almost 9,000 here for LMQ.
Oh, man, those CS differentials are huge, too. 100 CS still available to, above his opponent in Cali Trolls for Ackerman. 40 CS differential between the mid lanes, which is very surprising considering how the lanes went. And in the bot lane, Vasily and from Maple Street, very even as well in that aspect. Gonna see if Cali Trolls can get away here. He's gonna be looking to run. Well, Ackerman down bot. I don't think. All right, they do find him. He's going to have red buff slow. Crits, flashing forward. Auto attack comes out. Binding connects. Looks for the ace of the hole, but the spear comes through as well. And he ran out of vision, so the ace of the hole kind of fizzled out there and didn't come through.
Dodo was able to came in there.
And that binding just steals it. I would laugh really hard.
This game has been back and forth, and I don't think we need binding steals on the Baron.
Oh, Slushy! He's going to get run down here, bouncing back, looking for a bunch of damage from overloads. He's able to get away. He's got the help of his team and the distortion,
And I think more respect
Dissonance.
than really anyone else here on Team 8 is back off of that. Team 8 are just they're trying to hang on with the dragon advantage to LMQ. They've got basically every advantage you could possibly.
Dragons, Barons, turrets galore. 6-3 in those. Team 8 has only found all the outer turrets in the tier 1s.
Ackerman went for a Spirit Visage, and that's an interesting vibe because you want the ability to resist, to keep yourself from getting initiated, keep yourself from getting caught out. Banshee's Veil is a good way to do that. He's going to get more health back from Spell Vamp on him, but...
And CDR. And he also bought a Will of the Ancients, too.
Is the CDR, and he's going to get extra Spell Vamp from that Will of the Ancients. Build I have
It's a sustaining tanky build. He'll never die. He will not die. If his ultimate pops too, on top of the Will of the Ancients Spell Vamp, he'll run through the entire team, tank them up, no problem.
And so if Ryze is both dealing damage, he's super tanky, has tons of health coming back, that is a rough thing to deal with. And I don't know. Keep in mind the Will of the Ancients, it's an item we don't see all that often.
There's no more aura. Yeah. He does not care. He pretty much can like 1v3, I think. Pop the ultimate, get the AoE damage too. You're muted.
What an incredible turn of events.
Well then, hello, welcome back. You know, you're talking about the build. He said it was a little unorthodox. But now Stun Connects is going to be out of the 2 members. Is there going to be any kind of initiation? No, not diving yet. Looking for more harass out there. Blue buff for Wei Zhao to come through and make him sustain through all of these fights.
All right, so more is, oh my gosh, almost got caught by the binding. Across the wall here, Porpoise pops. He's going to be looking for those cocoons. I was kind of holding my breath because I was just waiting for them to come out. Flash Tibbers
Flash Tibbers, they root Slushie as well. A bunch of damage comes in. They do find the kill onto him. There's the unleashed power taken down from Maple Street. Soon to follow suit will be California Trolls. They look for the slows, they look for the stun. They do find it on the Dodo, and he'll go down. And that is going to be the 4 for none for LMQ, and most likely the game. That was a very fast game compared to the other games we had tonight. And with the surrender vote swiftly coming through, that'll be LMQ Season 2 champions.
Here at the NACL Season 2, it's going to be $8,000 going their way. Of course, $5,000 in the second place prize come over to Team 8. And after one of the most incredible best-of-5 series I have ever seen, it is a 3-1 victory after a comeback, keep in mind, for LMQ Tianzi iBuy Power. They will take home your victory. They are your Season 2 NACL champions. And
Woo.
Incredibly well-deserved. And more than that, just an incredible game from both teams. Team 8, they fought their way through the qualifier bracket for this season. And over the course of the season, I kept asking, like, which team is really going to come out and really surprise us, kind of come out of nowhere and be that new big powerhouse. And I just got to say, Team 8 did not let us down. They've been an incredible team to watch in NACS, NACL, and I certainly hope to see them around even more in the Challenger scene. It's been a rough season for them. They've had to maybe switch out some rosters. They've had to...
When Guess 8, you know, couldn't play anymore, so they put in
Porpoise Pops. And then they also, over the mid-phase of NACL, when they lost at NACS, they had to leave their gaming house. There were a lot of struggles, but they persevered, and they came through with a bang. And to be honest, I could not have asked for a more impressive finals. Congratulations to both Team 8, but also to LMQ Tianzi iBuy Power.
Well deserved, well fought.
Incredibly so. And also, we got to thank the teams for being awesome. They're the reason these tournaments go on. They are the impressive players, teams, organizations that make esports possible. But it would not be possible without viewers like you. And we do want to thank you guys for supporting us all season long. It's just been incredible to see, even just like tweets that come out, posts on our Reddit thread in Shed. Is the support for not only just like us as casters, NACL as an organization, but for the teams and players too. You guys make it possible, and it's been an incredible season to have you guys along on board with us. So if you guys want to continue to support NACL, there's a subscribe button. You can also follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
MySpace? Instagram?
Probably not. But if you guys did miss any of tonight's playoff matches, make sure to head over to youtube.com/NACL Esports and check them out. There's just been no game this series was without its incredible turnarounds and incredible plays. So I'm going to use the word incredible a lot tonight because that's pretty much what it was. But I think that is going to do it for tonight's games. And If you guys don't know, you can follow LMQ, Tienza I Buy Power, at LMQ I Buy Power on Twitter. You can follow Team 8 on Twitter, at Team EIGHTX. And make sure to tell those guys how much you loved watching them play. If you guys are interested in talking with us about the games, we'd love to talk about them with you. And, of course, you can see our Twitters up there right on the screen, at RapidCasting, that way, at EGAD or Feed. And we'd love to hear what you had to say. Also, if you tweet at NACL Esports and hashtag NACL, that's a good way to get your feelings and your thoughts heard. That's about all I got, you guys.
It's been a great season.
It's been incredible. And I do want to give a special shout out to every single person that's helped us here on the NACL staff.
The helpers, the admins.
That's true. We've got an incredible guys that work behind the scenes. DJ Doge, Priya 707, doing the production all season long for us and running you guys some amazing music. We'll have to see what he has in store here. Do want to also thank all of our casting staff from last season and this season, Optus Tom, Malphus X, Studio, UI, and everybody who's been a part of NACL. It's been a good run, guys. It's been an even better season. We'll hope to see you back next time. But for us, that's all.
We're signing off.
Thank you guys for watching, and it's
night.
been a good season.